It's the Carter Man, and I've got my mafioso hat on, my Vito Genovese hat, because I want to talk about a lot of the government mafioso activity that's now being disclosed, and I'm going to tell you it's only just begun, as the Carpenters used to say. What Musk is disclosing about government, it's not waste. Don't think it's waste. It is deliberate deception in terms of what's being spent, okay? And let's start with USAID, kind of a quasi-government organization whose main job, and I've known this for years and years, is to go around overthrowing other countries' governments. Just these arrogant little a-holes think that they know best for what's best for everyone else in the world. They know better than us and those who have their own countries, and so they go with their NGOs, their non-government organizations, and they help conduct color revolutions. Okay, it's one of the places they helped stage their revolution was in Libya, which after they were done, essentially ceased to be a country. They're the ones that have helped do it in Syria. Now you might say Assad was bad, yeah, but you ain't seen nothing yet, because that country is now in the hands of Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda, which we now know thanks to Tulsi in her hearings, as she was being accosted by the monsters cross-examining her there, and Kelly in particular, the space cadet, where she finally just said, all right, let's just be honest. Barack Obama funded Al-Qaeda in Syria. Barack Obama, okay? So there you have one of the places we have forced revolutions. How about Ukraine? They elected their own president, a fair election, a lot fairer than our 2020 election here, and we didn't like it, so AID went in with the NGOs and overthrew the elected government. That's where this whole, in large part, where this whole Ukraine war originated, with the Maidan coup. Okay? That's USAID. Vile people, just vile. And let's take a look, speaking of vile, of how they spend their money. The latest reports, $520 million they spent for ESG. ESG, you'll recall, is the woke environmental, social, and governance policies, okay? None of us agree with it, but it's what they do, and they spent $12 million to foist that on $20 million, to foist it on other countries. $375 million for DEI. We all know what that is. Let's find people who are totally unqualified and stick them in key positions. All right? And then $1.2 billion that is they can't account for undisclosed recipients. The hell? 1.2 billion. You know, Bukele, the wonderful president of El Salvador, has said how thrilled he is that we're finally getting rid of USAID, because all it does is go around overthrowing duly elected governments like his. So yeah, there's a man who should know. And speaking of the undisclosed recipients and 1.2 billion getting lost, that goes hand in hand, doesn't it, with Zelensky's disclosure that, oh yes, we received 200 billion, but I only know we only got 77 billion. So $120 billion we sent to Ukraine is evidently went to undisclosed recipients, maybe like the big guy, Joe Biden and his family, Hunter. How about the fact that, coincidentally, about 2 weeks ago, a high-ranking government official in the Ukraine said, a lot of the money you've sent over here has gone into the hands of Schumer and McConnell and other U.S. politicians. Is it all starting to come clear to you now, what's being done to us? Is it all starting to come clear to you? And let me just close by saying, even all of that graft and corruption is only the tip of the iceberg. See this? That's an actual news release. From October 4th, 2018, from the Federal Accounting Standards Advisory Board. Obviously you're saying, what the hell is that? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It is an accounting organ of the federal government, and according to its Standards 56 policy, which is announced in this press release, openly announced, the government of the United States can move major, vast expenditures off budget and never disclose them to the American people. It can, it's all in this news release, it can lie outright about what the money was really spent for. And it's all okay under the FASAB Rule 56. So the $200 billion that went to Ukraine, tip of the iceberg, because remember, how many billions, hundreds of billions do you think went into the disguised, according to this legally disguised expenditure column, where they don't have to say what it really went for, because national security might be at stake. How much of they say they can't account the USAID for 1.2 billion, multiply it by 10, because I bet a lot of it was disguised by these folks. Legally. That's where we are in this country today. That's what's being disclosed. Let me close with this. As I was researching all this, all I could think of was the song When We Played Our Charades, because that's what we've been put through for year after year after year after year in this country now. Acting out games when we played our charades, and thank God, now it's finally coming to a halt.